Yes, I am. She said that it would go up to $114. Okay.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ready. 30 pace. Let's go. Walk 54. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Ready, go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
operating from the gun. Franks. He's going to fire one deep. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Hooper, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson. It's complete to Watt. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
No, I'm going to use that money. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's checking. No time now. Tighten up. Slam.
On the ground, this is Michel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Michel, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Watson on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
Get out of here,
and
man.
the way that he does it is just
ETB is not missing that INT.
And I started with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Get out of here.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
So fucking stupid.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Oh, God, it's so fucking stupid.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Man.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Like you was no fucking help on there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Check. 55. Ready.
From the gun, Franks. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Ready. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on, ready. Come on, let's go. Go! Mike 5-4. General, West. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Back.
On first down, Franks. He's got his man on the crossing route. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Franks. And finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Bell a first down amid some. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun, Franks. And that'll be incomplete.
Where you going?
He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
2nd and 4. This is caught.
I don't get
that
why.
leads us to 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position
is
just
beyond
continues
me,
to
man.
evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just like 2
3rd
times.
down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown,
Obviously, you can't
Jacksonville.
score on a fucking
Le'Veon
pass play the
Bell.
goal line.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Because he just keep throwing it. Fucking no awareness.
Lambo on for the extra point.
At all.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
This is it. 19. Minus 50. Minus 50. So don't say nothing. 9 go.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you want.
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Mike, check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And that is incomplete.
Fuck, I
He
should've just
couldn't
taken
hold
that
on
in
through
the-
the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Damn, I should
It
have
looked
taken
like he
that
had
in
his
this
hands
guy.
on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Show it. Recon, 132 fight. Mike 5-4. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Ready, go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Franks. Open man is Ross, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
10 Tucson. 50 H3 218. Chopper, chopper. Hatchet. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Texans 7.
throwing on first down. Franks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
On the set. Watching you grind.
Looking to throw. Franks gets this one to Juszczyk. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Go, go. Cut. Right there. 50.
This is Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Time to go, night. Switch. Chopper. Ready.
Here's Bell. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have it.
It's caught inside the 25.
Son of a bitch.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Good fucking play. Good play.
Will Fuller, 77 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Fuck, I'm so fucking mad. Now I gotta watch it for real.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Throwing to start the drive. Franks, complete. It's Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Kill, kill, kill.
On first down, Franks caught here by Bell. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Franks, and it's complete. Henry, and he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Ball can't cover my fucking tight end.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
I should have just put that bitch up there.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Ready, go.
Throwing again. Franks. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Franks.
Okay.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around 17. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
My man on the ground.
Like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game.
My man on the ground, and he
Maybe
just
who's gonna
instantly
get some stops.
gets up and fucking
Absolutely,
sack
that
me.
sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Traquan Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Watson. Rumbling past the 30. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game. We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering. And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Hey, check my 50.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
First down, Houston.
Who's that? 19! That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 24!
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Man, that's my fault.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Michelle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
50's a month. 50's a month. Who that?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. He's got Fuller. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Set. 19. Watch the curve.
They'll run on first down.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it
That's
done.
what I get for running them
Extra
down.
point good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Just stay my ass in man.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Go.
I should stay my ass in that fucking man, dog.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Franks going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Exit. 64, weak.
Operating from the gun. Franks got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
15 lining, 15 lining. Better break it. You better break it. Protein spell. You better break it.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That's my fault. Fuck.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Franks. He's got Hooper on the short connection.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Throwing on 1st down. Franks. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Watch the screen.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Franks. He's got Smith here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Franks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Hooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game. Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
25, check 25, check 25. Undercrush.
On second down, Michelle trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3 down.
Watson.
Wow, he's so big.
Incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I could have seen
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Switch. 55's mine, God, 55. I got you, boy. I got scene 6. 55's the mine. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Franks. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Franks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about
Get
the 31.
out of here, man.
He's at
Stop
the
throwing
30,
it to the outside.
20. And they will score a
Throwing
pick
it to the
six
freaking
for
outside,
the Texans
man.
TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times
And
is
I'm
too
bugging
many
you.
because
Come on,
how many
man.
times have we seen a team
Get
go
out of
and
here.
play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. Back now in Jacksonville. Where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Throwing it to the outside shoulder.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I want another interception. I'm already leading the fucking league in interceptions. God damn.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. On first down, Franks. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
On first and 10, Franks. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second and 11 now. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
36, 36. Check 31, check 31. Line him up.
3rd and long, it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller.
Come on, Simmons. You right there. Pick it off.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, Michel. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Defense wins championships, baby. Come on.
Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go on 4th. Watson. This is caught.
Fuck, I thought he was going to hit that corner route.
Stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Man, I thought he was going.
They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 99. Check 99. No. Check.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
wow.
Yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want
to get out of here.
Relax. And he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, 59. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Here's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check it back. Check it back. 26. Mike 50. Mike 50. Jump up right now. Out. Mark 50. Army. Hayward. 50, Mike 50.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Hey, 24. 49, guys. Mike, 49. It's just me. 22, he's crashing. He's checking crash. Check. Fresno. Back's mine. Check. Crunch.
On fourth down, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
8-3. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, it's Bell, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Again, it's Bell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.